Alright guys, we are back at you people once again with another kick-ass video for y'all. And today, we are going to be going over my entire wrestling video game collection. Which is quite a bit. I have a little over 50 games. I have I think it's 53 games. Which is a lot of wrestling games. But there's still quite a few that I need to pick up and whatnot. So, it's all good. But this, I would say, is a hell of a collection. I pretty much got a wrestling game for almost every single system that I have. So, anyways, with that being said, guys, let's get into this. First up here for the Game Boy Advance, we got WWF Road to WrestleMania. It's a pretty fun game. If you don't have it, I highly recommend it. Next, we got WWF WrestleMania 2000, the black cartridge. Next, we got WWF No Mercy, another black cartridge. Great game. Oh, for the Nintendo 64, obviously. Next, for the Nintendo 64, we got WWF Attitude. For the NES, we got WWF WrestleMania. For the NES, we got Pro Wrestling. Tough game, but fun. For the Sega Genesis, we got WWF Royal Rumble. I need to get the other ones as well. Down the line, though. Next up here, it's complete with the box. WCW NWO Revenge, only for the Nintendo 64. We got another Nintendo 64 game here, complete with the box, which is always nice. We got WCW versus NWO World Tour, only for the N64. Back. Now we'll get into the Super Nintendo games. We got first up here, Saturday Night Slam Masters. Too bad they didn't release the second one on consoles. I don't think they ever. I know it hit the arcades, but the second one never hit the consoles that I know of. And the first one you can also get on the Genesis, which is kind of expensive. It's got a few extra wrestlers on that version. I'd like to get the Genesis version. Next up here we got WWF Super WrestleMania for the Super Nintendo. Next here we got WWF Royal Rumble for the Super Nintendo. Next here we got WWF Raw for the Super NES. Now we're going to bring out the Dreamcast game. We got WWF Attitude for the Dreamcast. We got, only for the Dreamcast, and it also hit the arcades, WWF Royal Rumble. And next we got the Sega Smash Pack, which has a wrestling game on here. Wrestle War. That game sucks. But it's a wrestling game. Also, I wanted to mention I have Fire Pro Wrestling for the PS2, but it's downloaded to my PS3. So, I don't have a physical copy. Next, we're going to get into the PS1 games. And I got a lot of PS1 wrestling games. WWF Warzone. WCW NWO Thunder. WCW versus the World. Stable. WWF SmackDown 2. Know Your Role. Great game. WWF SmackDown for the PS1. Also another great game. Next we got WCW Nitro. WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game. pretty fun. Next, we got WWF In Your House, There Goes the Neighborhood. I like the cover. Man, it's a cool game. Next up here, we got Power Move Pro Wrestling. My last PS1 wrestling game here. ECW Hardcore Revolution. So now let's pull out the next batch of games here. Up first here we got WWE 2K19 for the PS4. We got WWE All-Stars for the PS3. We got SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. We got SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 featuring ECW. We got WWE 13. We got Lucha Libre Heroes del Ring for PS3. It's kind of a fun game. Don't know why it's in a red cover. It's not a greatest hits, but it's all good. Next we got WWE 2K14. Kind of sticking together a little bit. Next we got TNA Impact for the PS3. Next we got, which is the greatest hits, WWE 12. Next we got Rumble Roses for the PS2. Fun game. Next we got a greatest hits here. SmackDown Just Bring It. Next for the PS2 we got SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. And our last, I believe our last PS2 game here, wrestling game, Legends of Wrestling. Let's pull on this other one. Okay. Next up here we got SmackDown vs. Raw 2010 featuring ECW for the Nintendo Wii. Only on the GameCube here we got Day of Reckoning. I need to get Day of Reckoning 2. Next up for the GameCube, we got WrestleMania, what is that, 19? Next up, we got WWE 2K16, Stone Cold on the cover. Next, we got SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 for the 360. Next we got SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 360. And then we got Rumble Roses Double X, only on the Xbox 360. Decent game. Now for the original Xbox, we got Legends of Wrestling 2. Exclusive DVD bonus footage. Sweet. With the wrestler interviews. That's cool. Next up here we got Showdown Legends of Wrestling. Next up here we got Raw 2, only on the Xbox. Then we got the Platinum Hits here. The original Raw for the Xbox. Don't really care for the Raw games that much, to be honest with you. Other than the graphics are pretty good for an original Xbox game. Next up here we got Backyard Wrestling 2, There Goes the Neighborhood. With New Jack and ICP. Next we got Backyard Wrestling, Don't Try This at Home for the Xbox. Pretty decent games. It would be cool if they made a third backyard wrestling game. I think that would be interesting with today's graphics. And my last game here is only on the Xbox. WrestleMania 21 Become a Legend. So, yeah, there's still quite a few I need to get. I think there's at least 10 more that I'd like to get. So, but, yeah, that's my entire wrestling video game collection there, guys. It's a hell of a collection. Over 50 games. And still building. So, anyways, yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'm out of here, and have a great one. Later. Oops. Quick update, guys. Also, as I noticed as I was putting away my wrestling video games that I overlooked WWF WrestleMania the arcade game, which I have for the Sega Genesis, as well as the PS1. But yeah, I was putting away my wrestling DVDs, or video games. I was like, wait a minute, I have this one as well, but I already filmed the video, so I figured I would just, instead of refilming the video, I'll add to it and let you know that I have this wrestling game as well. So anyways, that's it for that, and I'm out of here. Have a great one.